Short little video. I'm very bummed. I went crabbing this morning. I want to definitely put out a nice crabbing video for you guys. The hand lining and the weather was perfect. I went to the river park on the Imperial River. That's in Lee County, Florida. I did a previous video there before about fishing etiquette. Everything looked like, all the conditions looked like they were going to be good. Wasn't going to be real hot in the morning. Very little chance of rain. So I was like, all right, let me get after it. So I had everything set. I was like so excited. I was like, all right, I finally get to put out a decent video crab. I thought I was going to get at least a half a dozen. I wasn't going to stay there real long, but when I get out there, I noticed one thing right away. The commercial crabber that always has, hundreds of pots out there, he didn't have any out there. So I'm like, all right, that's kind of odd. And there is a closure in July. I forget what the dates are. I think it's like a 10-day or 2-week closure for all crabbing. So I know it wasn't that. So I saw somebody else had like 5 crab pots out there. I knew that was going to be a recreational person because that's the maximum you're allowed to have. And so I get out there. I'm all excited. I'm shooting these little videos for you. I was going to do 5 hand lines just to protect my behind because I'm not sure if there's a maximum amount of hand lines you can use. I know the maximum amount of crab traps or crab pots that you can use is 5. And so I'm still waiting for my registration number so I can use my crab pot. I can't do that. That's the better way to crab. And I can't do that until I get the registration number. Then I have to fix it with my address and everything on the side of the crab pot. So I get down there. I had 2 of the 4-ounce weights, the pyramid weights, and then 3 of the 2-ounce bank sinkers that I had told you about previously. So got everything all set up. I used chicken thighs like I showed you in the previous demonstration, about a foot off the bottom. These cleats that I tied onto, they were probably 15, 20 feet apart from each other. And so I was feeling confident, everything's set up. It's just, everything's looking good. Then I look down and there's a 3-foot alligator looking at me, just a little baby alligator. And I just did a quick short video on that. So a little fellow, I named him Erwin. But I mean, there's time to time, there's some alligators in that part of the river. It's brackish, which means it's starting to turn into freshwater. And so he hung out for a long time, like the whole time I was there. And literally, he kept coming right up to the cleats where I had the chicken dropped, And literally, he kept looking at me like, it looked almost to me like he had been fed previously. You're not supposed to feed the alligators. So he kept looking like he wanted a handout. And I had extra chicken I could have given him, but I think that's illegal to feed him anyway. And then I don't want him to get the hankering for some chicken that I'm trying to use as bait right below him. And I knew once I fed him, he probably wasn't going to go away for a while. So I'm pretty bummed. I'm still thinking like I'm going to catch some crabs and everything. And then I remember at one point I turned around behind me, which is behind me was the main riverside. I was fishing more like the bank side or crabbing the bank side. And I look over and I try to get footage of this and I totally screwed this. As a videographer today, I failed miserably. As a crabber, I failed miserably. But the effort was there. So I turn around behind me and literally right next to the floating dock, I see this 300-pound manatee with a little, I don't know what they call the baby cows or something. I forget what the hell they're called, but something like that. But the little one was, if I had guessed, 60 pounds maybe. And so they were just so I got the camera up, and I thought I had it. I must have shut the camera off. I don't know what the hell I did, but so I failed there. I was like, daggone, at least I can do a manatee video, you know. And so then, you know, I'm out there for hours. I'm staying way longer than I had anticipated because I wanted to at least get 6 so I could do my crab recipe. So then another guy shows up, and he's the guy that had the 5 crab pots out there. So we get talking, and he's a local charter captain. So we started exchanging some data and information with each other, and real nice guy. But he was telling me about a seafood market not too far away that sells crabs. Because I was trying to pretty much buy 6 off of him if he had, you know, 6 to sell, just so I could make my mom happy, you know, do some crabs for her. So at the end, you know, the day sucked. At the end of the day, I decided to go to that crab house, that fish market, which I'd been there before when it was called Weeks Fish Market or something like that before. Now it's called Ponchos. It's in Old Bonita Springs. So the guy tells me, oh yeah, they have blue crabs all the time. I get there, and all he has is the previously steamed, cooked blue crabs. He didn't have any live blue crabs. So I'm like, man, this is like, I'm like failing left and right here. I at least wanted to show people how to handle the live crabs, how to cool them down, how to do my recipe. And so I just failed miserably for the viewers. I was definitely outdoors today. Erwin can testify to it that I was out there on the water. And tomorrow's going to be a real busy day. I'm trying to gather up more inventory to sell for the weekend. Looks like Saturday might be a washout for me because by noon we're supposed to have rain. I have an idea of an outdoor video I may do from the beach that be a little bit different than what most people are used to seeing. But if all goes well, you know, I'll at least shoot a nice outdoors video on Saturday. Sunday, I hope to be in Alva, Florida, selling. Monday morning, I'll be back at my storage unit, unloading everything, and then hopefully we get some more better content. I've got many thoughts. Just right now with this weather being so crappy with the rain, it's hampered my finances. So some of the things I want to do require me traveling a little bit north of here and south of here, and so the finances get a little bit better. You know, I'll gonna have to do with what I can do. I don't want to be a talking head on the Outdoor Channel, but just came to apologize, and I'm trying to give you better content. And you know, I was out there, I was hustling today, so I left a couple pieces of chicken in the water. I don't know if Erwin's going to get that or the crabs, but it was an effort. But at least I made a good contact with the charter captain. We talked about a couple ideas to do some videos on his boat offshore. So that's good. There's you know, I like networking and stuff like that. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you can help me out. I appreciate it. I'm at 91 subscribers. I'm hoping to have 100 subscribers by midnight tomorrow night, but I don't know how much I got to pay people for a subscription, but I'm getting close. So just definitely bummed, but it was good. I had my shirt off for a while today. Got you know, my chest was looking like a carton of milk because it was so white. And I got a little color today, not a whole lot, but that's it. I'm rambling now. I'm just came to apologize. Remember, folks, know your legal limits.